Flying a drone is hard. Even harder if you're trying to fly and film at the same time. My name is Arden Shibley for Yellow House Aerial. Yes, thank you. And today we're talking about flying to get the shot. I have 4 tips for you. First up, keeping track of your position by remembering telemetry and distances. Sometimes the director will say, keep climbing and right there. If you ever receive instructions like that, take a quick look at your telemetry, see where you are, get a visual marker to see where the aircraft is, because you might fly and you might finish a shot and they'll say, do it again, and you'll have to go back to the start. You don't want to have to guess where you were. This is one of my favorites, doing an orbit of an object. If you keep the camera panned to a 90-degree left or a 90-degree right, or better, your camera operator does, you can actually yaw the aircraft left while flying in a straight line and just keep an eye on that indicator and just keep it on that left-hand line. As they start to pan, that indicator will go behind you. You yaw to fly the aircraft in that appropriate direction. If you look at the map afterwards, whenever I've done this, I fly perfect circles. And it's surprising, how did I do that? Well, I was using this 90-degree rule. The cool thing is, if you over yaw and you actually bring that camera to an acute angle, then the aircraft will actually get closer as it orbits to the object, which can make for a really cool effect. If you let the camera lag behind and sit behind the 90 degree, then it'll actually draw back and it will give you more of a contextual reveal in the shot. But this is a super simple way. I never use the automatic orbit function. We always do these orbits by hand. This is a really complex one. When doing a flyby of an object, kind of like when a vehicle passes you on the road, you have to turn your head fastest as that vehicle's right in front of you. When it's way off in the distance in either direction, it's not a lot of movement. The same thing goes for your camera operator. When you're approaching a subject, your camera operator won't have a lot of pan to do, and when they're right up on it, they're going to be full stick panning. So as the pilot, what I do is I'm flying and I'll slow down as I approach that object, and then I'll speed back up as we get further away. And you'll find that the camera operator has a much easier time keeping that subject as you do that flyby. Before I tell you my final method of flying to get the shot, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you found this useful, hit like or consider subscribing. I always watch the comments as well, so let me know what you think. No, actually, I want to hear from you. VLOS Flyovers, or doing a flyover with visual line of sight. Oftentimes this means keeping a little bit of sky between the aircraft and a tree line, so when you fly the aircraft away from you full pin, you just climb to keep that visual space. That way you know that there's no way that the aircraft is going to impact those trees because you can see that it's clearly above it. Doing this right on a longer lens will probably scare your camera operator if they're not used to it. They'll say, whoa, that's close, and so will your viewer. That shot is straight out of our brand new reel. You can take a look right here to see all of those things that I mentioned in action.